I don't think there is a best technology. I don't think that there is. I think it's that choosing the right technology to how you operate. So, you can call sales companies, you can do your Google searches, you can do all of those type of things, but choosing the right technology is understanding what you want to achieve from a business, what things do you want to do repeatably, because that's where technology really helps you, is things that are repeatable. And then getting a market scan analysis done on some of those non-negotiable things that you want to be able to do in your business, and you're looking for technology to assist with that, and then calling us. Because by being vendor neutral, we're not trying to sell you a particular product. We're not trying to sell you a certain tool. We're trying to say to people, you know what your business does? Well then, you know what's non-negotiable, what your business has to achieve. By your KPIs, by whatever it might be. But then we'll find the technology that can align with that can assist you make that happen in a repeatable way, or in a way that it could even be set and forget. You might want to have to do monthly sales figures or reporting figures or on certain things. If you've got the right data sitting in systems, we can get systems that can automate the outcomes to you and those results without you lifting a finger. They're the type of things that can happen. I think you're going to get a broad understanding of any tool that can do that, any bit of software that can do what you need it to do, rather than a single vendor that's trying to sell you a single product, a single piece of software. They're going to sell, that's the essence of sales. The essence of sales is, I want to get more people using my product apart from my competitors. Not, does my product that I'm trying to push do the best thing for this person's business? So by calling us, we're going to ask you those tough questions. We're going to ask you the questions on what do you need it to do, what are things, and then we'll go away and do a scan on probably a minimum of 3, but often 5 bits of software that could do the job that you need it to do. Incredibly difficult question, but I think the main things is not, could it replace a person? Because you don't want software to ever replace your staff, but can it do things more efficiently than what your team currently do right now? Does it store the right type of information? Does it store systems and do things that are repeatable? Because that's what you want it to do. You want it to assist your business. It can, I defy any piece of software vendor to tell me I can replace what Mary does, what Fred does. It doesn't work like that. It's how does it make Mary and Fred's job easier to do, and they'd be more effective in their job. That's what you want the software to do. I think as companies grow, the technology has to grow with them, or has to enable that growth. So it doesn't mean you have to use all the functionality of a piece of software in the first place, but it's got to be able to be a tool that suits your needs now and can grow as the business grows. Otherwise, you're just buying more software and you're trying to integrate something else. You're trying to get systems to talk to each other, because there's not many systems out there that are one size fits all and can do all things to all businesses. So at some point or other, you've got to get systems to be able to talk to each other to do certain things, whether it be your customer database or your CRM, talking to your finance or accounting system to be able to send an invoice out and understand what people purchased over time. Fairly simple thing to say it, but it's finding the right technology that can do it. And that's where going to a particular vendor sometimes doesn't work. In often cases it doesn't work. That doesn't happen. So using us, we then go out and say, all right, what are you trying to do to your customers? How is your customer data what systems have you got? Do they talk to each other? Can they talk to each other? If they don't talk to each other by default, then we can find people that can start to make those systems talk to each other and share data between systems. So that's not something that I think is readily available if you just search for it on Google, or you went to a vendor. A vendor's just going to say, my product can do X, Y, and Z, buy us, buy us, buy us. They don't care about the rest of your business. They're about trying to sell product, and that's their core business, and that's all right. Our job is to say, go and buy the right systems for what you need, and we'll get them to talk to each other. We'll find the right people to configure them, get them to talk to each other, to improve your businesses, processes, to improve the way they talk to each other, to share the right data. So I think that's the beauty of using someone, like us, is that we're not going to just look at a small part of your business. We're going to look at your whole business.